The Lions managed to score a touchdown on their last drive, and now they are back in the red zone with a chance to take the lead. It's up to you to make sure that doesn't happen. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Forced out to his left. And that's a touchdown late in this affair.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now Abdullah, the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better than ever.
On the ground, it's Rennie. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And this will be caught in the end end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point. By Carlson, up and good. Carlson now to kick this one away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Lions. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there. Third down here.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
To throw on third down, Stafford. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, they're going to throw it here with Vick. Oh, it stays up. Flush to his right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. First down, Vick. Going deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who
Yeah.
had them. They listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Congratulations on racking up another win. The Steelers started off the game very strong, scoring on the opening drive with a 42-yard pass to Antonio Brown, and then force your team into a 3-and-out. Now that they are back on offense, you need to shut down their passing game and prevent them from scoring any more points this drive. Now a first down carry by Bell, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, it's Bell. Bell sheds him off. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Or you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Good job stopping the Steelers on that drive. This is clearly going to be a tough game. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The Steelers have scored another touchdown, and your team has not gotten a first down yet. It's time to change that. Here come the Jets now as they get set to go on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, it didn't work out this time, but there's always next time. And we'll see you next. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Shreds the tackle. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Too bad. Can't win them all, though. Come back. Try again. Thanks for playing the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. And now the offense getting set. 1st and 10. A 1st down throw coming for Vick. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Not the results you wanted, but the good news, practice makes perfect. We'll see you again right here on the Madden. Here come the Jets now as they get set to go on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yep.
And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Vick operating on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cook. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Vick will look to throw on 1st down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, unfortunately, unable to achieve the results you're looking for, but and now the offense getting set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. And Cooks has it over the middle. And now running right through it. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. From the shotgun, it's Vick. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Those last couple of plays were solid. Maybe you can still turn this game around. After finally getting the ball moving, your team turned the ball over in the red zone. Don't let that turnover cause any more damage than it already has. And the Steelers, they're ready to rock on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And it will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. Now
they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
A great return there of 22 yards. Excellent job getting the ball back. Mission accomplished. Things could have gotten a lot worse after that turnover. The Steelers continued to run up the scoreboard all the way to the end. But don't let your team get completely shut out by putting some points on the board in the final 30 seconds of the game. Here come the Jets now as they get set to go on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He gets it to Cooks. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, it wasn't pretty, but at least you did not get shut out. So there's that. Let's just hope things go better next week in Atlanta against the Falcons. Eager to erase the memories from last week against the Steelers, your team is pushed into the red zone on the opening drive. Capitalize on that fighting spirit and be the first team with points on the board. And on second down, the offense gets ready to rock. Vic on second down. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for. But the great thing about how this works is... And now the offense getting ready on second down. Now a second down throw for Vic. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Great start. You're well on your way to recovery from last week's loss to the Steelers. Your team stopped the Falcons cold on their first drive, and now the Falcons are punting. Continue your team's success and put some more points on the board. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know
that he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Really great job racking up points early in this game as his guys are in for 6. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. The Falcons got back into this game in a hurry when they scored back-to-back touchdowns before the half ended. Now put a stop to their momentum by completely shutting down their offense this drive. And now the Falcons on a 1st and 10 getting ready to go on offense. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Didn't work out this time, but there's always next time. And we'll see you next time right here on the Solo Challenge for Madden Ultimate Team. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Marcel Darius breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete here. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And that will be incomplete as well.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Brown with a stick skills. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. Incredible. Not a single yard allowed for the Falcons on this drive. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. After a completely scoreless 3rd quarter, the Falcons ended up scoring 10 points early in the 4th to take the lead. Narrow their lead as quickly as you can. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Here's Vick. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. It was a valiant effort, and you came close, but the Falcons still ended up escaping with the victory. You only have one game left in the regular season to turn things around and snag a wild card slot in the playoffs. Coming off back-to-back defeats, you have to get a win here to secure the wild card spot in the playoffs. Start this game off right by shutting down the Redskins' passing game. So first. First and 10 for the Redskins offense as they get ready. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Too bad. Can't win them all, though. Come back, try again. Thanks for playing the Madden. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. They'll run with Thompson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Smith now on second down. And Reed with it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Not the results you wanted, but the good news, practice makes perfect. We'll see you again right here on the Madden. And now the offense getting set, first and 10. On first down, Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ray Lewis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss. And that'll lead to a 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Great start. Keep this up, and you're headed to the playoffs. On 3rd and 8, the Redskins are definitely expecting a pass here. Surprise them by keeping the ball on the ground. Here come the Jets now as they get set to go on 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. Well, unfortunately, unable to achieve the results you're looking for, but there's always next time. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. And the pitch goes to Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for, but the great thing about how this works is and now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. That was a great play call. They were expecting a pass through the air. You ran it right into the end zone for a touchdown. The Redskins blocked the extra point following your last touchdown. Then they use that momentum to push the ball into the red zone. Keep them from capitalizing by stopping them from scoring any points. So 1st and 10 for the Redskins offense as they get ready. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It didn't work out this time, but there's always next time, and we'll see you next time right here on the Solo Challenge for Madden Ultimate Team. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing is Smith. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Too bad. Can't win them all, though. Come back, try again. Thanks for playing the Madden. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Again, this is Kelly. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Thompson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually getting them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And Hopkins' kick is good. Not the results you wanted, but the good news, practice makes perfect. We'll see you again right here on the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. So 1st and 10 for the Redskins offense as they get ready. Right back to him on 1st down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. First catch for the Redskins, leader in the receiving yardage category a year ago. Good for a 1st down. Back to throw, Smith. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Well, unfortunately, unable to achieve the results you're looking for, but there's always next time. We'll see you next time right here on the... And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And oh, my goodness, he loses it again.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run it here with Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Hopkins' kick is good. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for, but the great thing about how this works is Madden Ultimate Team... And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Smith on 3rd down. The throw left side is complete to Reed. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Didn't work out this time, but there's always next time. And we'll see you next time right here on the Solo. So 1st and 10 for the Redskins offense as they get ready. They run with it. It's Kelly, and he stopped immediately there. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Smith now to throw on 3rd down. It's brought in by Dodson, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And incomplete. There was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Too bad. Can't win them all, though. Come back, try again. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. That's complete right around the 8. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Smith now to throw.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He'll get it up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Smith going to throw on 3rd and goal. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Not the results you wanted, but the good news, practice makes perfect. We'll see. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Smith. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Smith finding Dotson that time for a Washington first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Despite the Redskins already being in field goal range, you managed to stop them from scoring. Now the playoffs are so close, you can almost taste it. After a lackluster first half, the Redskins managed to score 3 unanswered field goals and are only seconds away from destroying your dreams of making the playoffs. But if you can make this 40-yard field goal, you will push the game into overtime and keep the dream alive. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one is right through. And that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. You did it. The field goal is good. The game is tied. We're headed to overtime. The Redskins won the toss. They will receive the kick. You must get the ball back and win the game to secure your spot in the playoffs. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Play action. It's Smith. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
3rd and long, it's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Now Brown. Shows his strength at the 50. He's still on his feet. It's takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants...
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. What an incredible win in overtime. Congratulations. You will start your postseason by taking on the Jaguars in the wild card round. See you there.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Jets now as they get set to go on 1st down. A 1st down throw coming for Vic. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. Give him 30 yards there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. There's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Incomplete over the middle, Seferian-Jenkins. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry. Now you got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Vic on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Antonio Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Carlson now to kick this one away. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Marcel Darius coming up the middle, gets in there for a loss of about 9.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
That's such an impressive first half to get it. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Brown with his stick skills. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Now Michael Vick and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
To throw, Vick steps away, and Brown's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Set him back 5. Carlson down to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, it's Bortles. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. New York set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now it's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Throwing, Vick. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out, and when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Vick on the sneak, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run for it with Anderson, fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. C.J. Anderson punching it in from a yard away, and this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Carlson now to kick this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's Bortles to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. This is intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ray Lewis not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On third down, Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guy's trying to cover him.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Carlson now to kick this one away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. We got 3, fellas.
On second down, here's Fournette. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Bortles. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Green 80. Green 80.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL, give you stats and scores from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you got to get your confidence going. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, it's Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Hey, green 80. Green 80.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. This time a spin.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here's Michael Vick, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down. On 3rd down, Vick. And this is going to be incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Vick to throw on 4th down. Dancing to his left. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
Vick readies to throw. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline.
And he loses the football a second time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now Bortles. And that is incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. New York set to take the field.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. Vick will look to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 5 touchdown passes now for Michael Vick. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar first down. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Let's go.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. Vick to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Despite the late lead, Vick's going to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Carlson now to kick this one away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing now is Bortles. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
They'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now on first down. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big